Hi, I'm Victoria from School Guide, and I just wanted to spend a few minutes talking to you about the ideas and comments that I pulled together this week about whether we should be downing tools for the Easter holidays. Most of us would have children who are breaking up today or early next week. Some of us may have even had children that were due to break up last week, but the last 2 weeks have been home. We've been homeschooling, or distance learning as I prefer to call it, because this is not homeschooling. Homeschooling is a choice that we make, and it comes with research and planning and maybe even a manual telling you how to do it. Most of us, like me, I've got 2 boys, we're just feeling our way and making things up as we go along at the moment, with thanks to the fabulous teachers that are giving us lots of guidance and lots of work. But should we now be, diddly-ling, the virtual school bell has rung and it's Easter holidays, what should we be doing? I've spoken to a few teachers, a few education experts this week, and the general consensus is yes, stop, take a break. Family life isn't meant to be about replicating school, and we all need a break from this. I think it's really important to remember that most of our kids were only a week or 2 weeks away from their Easter holiday, so they've done a full term. They've done that run from January through to half term, which was tough. They had a break at half term, but the uncertainty was already rising at that point. I mean, we had no concept that we were going to go into lockdown, but you know, it's a while. It's a while since they've had a break. So this is the time. This is the time to stop. I've heard some mums on Twitter and Facebook, one of them really stuck out to me. She said, every day at the moment feels like a Monday. I wake up with a sense of anxiety and anticipation and how am I going to get through the day? So we need not a week of Mondays, we need a week of Sundays. Sundays, Saturdays, they all kind of merge a little bit at the moment, but I think we should be really carving out some time to be families once again. We need a break. The teachers need a break. Most teachers will tell you that they're not going to be looking at marking over Easter. They're not going to be uploading any more homework. Everybody needs a break. They really do. I mean, I think it's very different if you've got children in year 11 and year 13, and they may need to be sitting some online tests after Easter, or even have assignments that they've been asked to hand in, and they may be using, the teachers may be using that as evidence for the grades that they're about to submit. But everyone else, really, it's time to take a little bit of a time out. I think if you want to keep some structure, a lot of parents are still going to be working over the next couple of weeks. They don't have childcare, they don't have grandparents that they can rely on. So maybe you need to keep some schoolwork going to give some structure to the day and give yourself some time to focus on your work, check up on emails, do some Zoom meetings, in which case do that. I also feel from a lot of people that I've spoken to this week that it's a little bit like the homework issue. So I've got a really popular blog on School Guide, which is, are you a too much or a not enough when it comes to homework? Which is, okay, I'm not accurate on the data here, but let's just say 50% of parents think that their kids have too much homework, and the other 50% think that they don't have enough homework. And ne'er the twain shall meet. You know, there's not much in the middle there. So it's a little bit the same with the work that's been set for your kids to do at home. Some parents are saying they want more work. They're asking teachers for more work. Their kids whiz through all the assignments, they tick everything off, and it's easy peasy. And then there are other parents that are saying, you know, it breaks my heart, really. I have a WhatsApp group for my year 7 son, and there's been a few parents on there this morning saying, we can't stop over the Easter holidays. My son has fallen so behind, and you know, I hate the idea that in a couple of weeks you feel your children are behind. We have to trust the teachers that when they get back to school, whenever that might be, that they're going to catch up. They're going to give them the attention they need. They're going to give them the work they need. And maybe if we have to do some extra help and some extra work running up to Christmas or the next set of exams, the next academic year, okay, fine, but we'll have a lot more space and time to be able to cope with that and manage with it. So don't feel like your children are falling behind. If you've spent some time with them, if they've read a book, perhaps if they've done a little bit of maths, then you should really give yourself a pat on the back, because keeping anything going at the moment is really tough. So here's my strategy, here's my theory that might please the ones over here that don't want to stop and the ones over here that desperately need a break. How about this? We've got 2 weeks for Easter. Take the first week off. Let the bell ring tonight. Down tools, get the pizza in the oven and just take some time. Take the weekend, take Monday, Tuesday next week. Think about maybe having a break next week. And then the following week, if you feel like, well, we've had a lovely break, we've spent that time together. You know those people on Instagram that are like, oh, this is amazing because we get to spend time with our children. Be one of those parents. And then when you've had enough of being one of those parents, introduce a bit more schoolwork. But you don't have to get the books out. You don't have to get the textbooks out. There's lots and lots of wonderful online resources that you can access that will open up the educational minds of your children. I've got a great blog also on School Guide, which is 10 ways to help your child at school, which was written a long time ago, but it's ways to help your kids do well at school that you can do at home that are straightforward and easy. So you can have a look at that. I'll put the link underneath this video. You can have a read if you think that's helpful. But basically, first week off, second week, introduce a few bits. Maybe there's a little history project they want to do. Maybe there's some baking you can do. Maybe there's a food tech project. I would just say, try that. Everyone is different. Don't compare yourselves to other families. Do whatever you can do. I've got a badge. Look, I've given myself my own head girl badge. And if I can do that, look, I've made a badge for you lot. Awesome. You're all awesome. You're doing an amazing job. Just keep going. Take a break. Eat some chocolate. Have some fresh air with your kids if you possibly can. And just know that you're doing an amazing job. And listen, things are changing day by day, week by week. We have no idea what the world will look like in 2 weeks when we come back after Easter. So wait and see. Catch up then. We've got lots of time. We might be in this situation until June, July, August. Will the kids go back in September? We don't know. So give yourself a break. You have worked so hard. Your kids have worked so hard. The teachers have worked so hard. It's time to take a break. So have a lovely Easter. Please stay safe and well.